really take the time to look at what you guys have and answer your questions and all that other fun stuff. And so I was actually hoping there's going to be more folks on here, but we are just getting started. So let me hit everybody up real quick via private message. Let's see, yeah. Let's see. All right, let's see what we got here. Cool. So who's got questions for me this week? Come on. Who's got funnels they want to look at or whatever? What you got, Marty?
I have something that I put the ads on it when I first started my community page, and it's, I didn't know how to put in the Facebook ads, so I was hitting the right people. I didn't know what I was doing. So it was charging my card all this money, and it was going to the wrong people.
Oh, no.
I was getting all these weird people from out of state and different areas, and it was, so I shut it down. And so if you want to take a look at my community page and tell me.
Yeah, what's the name of it?
It's called, sorry, hold on. It's called Amazing Homes in Alpine. Let's see. Where is it?
Got it.
Did you find it?
Mm-hmm. Sure enough. All right, let's see. Which one did you run an ad to? See, first thing first, take your picture down and put a picture of
okay, so I got conflicting people telling me different things. I had a house on there, and then somebody told me to put my pretty face on there, and so I changed it. And so yeah, I mean, anything you can tell me, I want to fix it. And then I'm confused with the Facebook ad things and how to do it correctly, so I can reset it up so that I'm getting to the right people.
All right, so yeah, first of all, put a house or something back up there, because this is it's not about you, it's about the community. So
Okay.
you don't want it to, like, you want it to seem like it's a concierge service, right? So that people are moving into that area, this is some sort of concierge service that can help them out, whether they need a real estate agent to buy, sell, whatever the case may be. So, but we want to make it about the actual community, not a particular person. So, because it's not a real estate agent page or anything like that. It's a page that has news and homes for sale and stuff like that in Alpine there.
Right.
The next thing, let me show you my screen share here. I'll show you how to run an ad.
Okay, so I just changed it to a house picture. I can put a different house picture, but I at least did that.
Okay, cool. All right, let's see here. So go over here to create an ad. Let me look at something real quick. Garrett's back on Facebook. All right, so pull this up. You All right, so you had some engagement here.
Mm-hmm.
You just did. You said there were people from out of state and stuff like that, which may not be the end of the world.
I actually think most of those people were coming to my page because of my picture. But
Well, now they're talking about the houses.
yeah.
Yeah. So what did you do? Did you just like
But
hit the boost button or something?
no, when I created, I don't even know what I did. I'm just still figuring it out. I went in and did the step by step, and I added the ad, kind of like what you showed me in one of your videos, but you know, it tells you to put in the keywords or the search words that people will search for, and maybe I didn't put in enough of, you know, the words that attract the right people.
All right. So let's go over here. First thing you're going to do is you're going to boost your post, and you're going to ask you to pick a page. In my case, it is Highland Park.
Okay.
Then I'm going to pick the post. In your case, it's, come on now. There you go. In your case, the post that you're going to pick out, this is going to be the page, and then this is the post.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So right here, I've got mine as well. And I'm going to hit continue.
So when I go, how do I get to where you're at? I'm sorry. Where?
We're in the ads managers.
Okay, so I'm going to go into my ads manager.
Yes. I thought you were following along with me there. Sorry. All right. So
Okay,
again,
I'm in my
create
ads
an ad.
manager now. And hold on, it's looking. Okay, so then I'm going to, well, my ads account was recently flagged because of unusual activity. For security reasons, any ads you're running will be paused until you can confirm your account information by contacting Facebook, which I did a week ago. So they've got me on hold anyway.
All right. Well, regardless, we're recording, so I'll show you here. So we're going to go to Boost Post.
Okay.
And I swear, people, this thing changes. Like just last week, it was like, what was it called? Promote Page Post. And now it's like Boost Post. It's always changing, the way that they do things. But the idea is this is to boost a specific post. This is to get likes. This is to boost a post. This is to send people to your website. This is if you, like, this is nothing for us because y'all don't do affiliate action. So a boost to your post is what we're going to pick for this particular one. I'm going to go over here, and the name of the page that I created at the last Breakthrough Academy taught homes in Highland Park. And the post that I created is this one, Searching for Your Dream Home. It's going to give it a campaign name. If I want to switch it out, that's cool too, but I'm not going to. So what I'm going to do here is I know that actually Highland Park is a highly desired place for people to live that live in Dallas. Outside of Dallas, it's not that big of a deal. I also know that you got to have at least $1 million to buy anything in there. So I'm going to go and I'm going to pick a demographic of 35 to 65 plus. I only speak English, and I only type in English, and I don't mean to discriminate, but it just makes everything easier and a way to kick a lot of people out by picking that one. Over here in more demographics, under financial, I'm going to pick net worth anywhere from 500,000 on up. Because I know somebody that doesn't have any money can't buy over there. So this knocked me down from 2.2 million to 660,000. So that significantly dropped the amount of people down, right? 660,000 for $100 a day budget is totally manageable. So for me, I would do $100 a day. But what you can do if you even want to sort this out more is you can go down here and pick, depending on what. if you guys are going to put $10 or $20 a day, you really want this number to be around 100,000 people. But only, let's see, I'm looking, really only maybe Kenya and Tanya are the ones that have like massive millions amounts of people in their metroplex. So, and Kenya obviously from Southern California, and Tanya from Houston. So, Dallas being according to this deal I read last week, being the 4th biggest metroplex in the country, and Dallas being like the 5th biggest city. So it's just a lot of people here. So you can, if you want to, go for more demographics. When we ran Brendan's ad for Hot Homes in Loop 12, like, let's just go back up and do this real quick. Let me get rid of all that. Get rid of that. Michelle, what's the name of the city you live in? Michelle, I think you're on mute. That's all right. DJ, hey, what's the name of the city you live in? Oh, let's just do this. We'll just do Alpine here. So we pull up Alpine. It has 500,000 people that speak English between 35 and 55. So it's a pretty good metroplex. Alpine must be a city, not necessarily a neighborhood, which is one of yeah, that's an awful big area.
Well, there's 10,000 residents in Alpine.
Okay, so there must be a big city nearby.
Yeah, it is not a neighborhood, but it is a small city.
Okay. And what's the average age of a person that's living there?
Probably 35 to 80.
Gotcha.
There's
what's the average price of a home there?
The average price of a home?
Mm-hmm.
Probably like 500,000. Maybe 6.
Do people try to buy like second homes and stuff like that there?
No, not necessarily. This is the place where people want to, raise their cute little families and like retire here. And the people that live here have second homes in warmer places like St. George or Arizona.
Gotcha.
But it's kind of a little elite community. So out here, it's not like people want to live in specific neighborhoods so much as it is in, if people say, hey, where do you live? Oh, I live in Alpine. It's like, oh, Alpine.
Gotcha. So we could go either way. It's about the same. You can go from 100,000 to $1 million or over 500,000 in income, or you can pick net worth, but that knocks your list down to about 124,000 people.
Okay.
Alpine, 50 miles, 35 to 65. Income and net worth both got us about the same, because that'll help keep people from applying that, like I saw people on the post that said like dream home and stuff like that, and you're probably looking for someone that makes the income that can afford it to be a real home, not a dream home. So for something like that with 124,000, like the way that I do it is like a good rule of 10, right? So I probably need to make that like $12 a day on my tab. So like I usually just take the first two numbers. So if it's 124, if it's 100,000 people, you can get by for $10 a day. If you're trying to get to $1 million, you need to be running $100 a day. So it just depends on how big your audience. But if you got like 500,000 people in your audience, then $50 a day is the minimum that you need to be playing with. You're not going to be able to get in front of enough of them to make a difference. So something like this, 10 to 15 bucks a day is plenty, and it should be people that are in the surrounding area. And you might even go back over here to this ad and and tweak this a little bit to say like ready, ready to make the move into Alpine, been dreaming of moving to Alpine all your life or something of that nature, struggling to find struggling to get offers accepted in Alpine, something there to test it out as well. But it looks like it's getting good engagement with just now with us targeting the right people this way. It should work a little bit better in getting the right people in there. I don't know what you were doing before. It sounds like you don't quite know what you were doing either. So, but this way, I'll take a screenshot of this for you.
I already did.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that it's kind of weird, Marty, because like on one hand, that's kind of cool that you got all these people to engage here, but so we know that advertising works, but at the same time, it didn't advertise to the right people. Here, let's see if we can find us a better picture for this.
Yeah, I looked for a lot of pictures. I actually went out and took a bunch of pictures, so I'm going to edit some of my own and maybe use now that I have had time and it's been beautiful days here.
Is this Alpine here?
No. That's yeah, there are some of those pictures are Alpine, but some of them aren't.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's probably somewhere.
That's not gonna be good.
Oh yeah, Mountain Timpanogos. Yep, Alpine Loop Road. Yep. Mm-hmm. To edit my theme.
Yeah. Here, let's see.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, that's like the backside of Alpine.
There you go.
Perfect.
So yeah, so like just stick that over there, and that'll probably be a little bit better. And if you want, you might be able to write Alpine, Utah, or something like that. I don't think it matters because that's pretty much right here. And take this, like I would take that off because that gives the insinuation that they are going to like get a whole bunch of emails or whatever. Let me show you what I wrote for our people here today. I'll send it to everybody. So there's that that I used in the disclaimer. So like, for example, I'll show you here. So this is the one that I just made for the BFA people here today. I already had this page built, so we did it a little bit different because it's 100% real estate agents here this time. But here's, so you can just see that the picture fills up pretty much the whole area. There's a little gray space,
Right.
but you really don't notice it. And then underneath here, instead of saying unsubscribe, like yours does right here, see the big difference in how it looks?
Right.
So.
Yep.
And this right here just says, this is the place to live. If you'd like to be in the know of exactly when the best properties hit the market, take less than 60 seconds to fill out this form. So there's a couple of things going on there that I was just discussing with everybody, like the fact that it may take them 5 minutes to fill this out. We don't know. But, we're just asking them for 60 seconds. Anything they give us above and beyond that's totally cool, right? And you may even, for those of you that have just 1 or 2 questions, say, take a quick 30 seconds to fill this out. Like I said, if it takes them longer, it's on them. That's not something that's it's something that's meant to engage them in there. It's not meant to necessarily be literal. You know what I mean?
So, one more question.
Sure. Hey, we got all the time you need.
On the community page, as a loan officer, what types of things or information should I be offering them?
Just stuff about the neighborhood. So let's see a good example.
like about the community, about.
Hold on one second. I always go back to this because they're pretty active on here. This will give you an idea. So on here, they talk about, they have their advertisements or whatever. Give me just a second. So they have like different articles or whatever. Here's something from Housing Wire. This is great for Nashville, but it makes getting the exact you want home challenging. So this is something saying mortgage applications are jumping, even though we know that's for refinances, but mortgage applications are jumping, and this is something to create more sense of an urgency on the page, right? Something that pertains to it. Again, here, they're selling houses right there, or some other article about the neighborhood. My shit's lagging a little bit. Here's another article about the neighborhood. So they're putting news out that, you know, they probably have, you can do this.
But like, I'm talking about the information that they would get after they fill out the form.
Oh, sorry. Okay. One thing you can do, though, I'll show you real quick. You can sign up for Google Alerts, and you can create an alert right here, okay? And so your neighborhood is, let's say, Highland Park is my neighborhood. So I'm going to go right here, and it's going to send me an alert every time anything's written about Highland Park. So it's actually going to deliver content to my email that I can copy into my Facebook page. See, right now I just have it with my name in case somebody writes something crazy or whatever without my permission. Google will send me a notification on it.
Okay.
But so you can go over here, just Google Alert. It's real simple, and set it up, and it'll email your Gmail address, whatever kind of alert you want. So that'll just make things a lot easier for you. Now, after the fact, what you want to do is you want to send them an email. And first of all, you got their information, right? So you want to send them an email or set them up to a direct time. I'm sorry, let me phrase that. First thing you want to do is send them an email with the properties for sale at the present time. Now, don't get it from like Zillow or whatever. Strike a relationship with an agent, either over there or one that has access to it, and get, you know, one of those MLS links that has like the updated information. Almost every real estate agent has them, where they have like a link that you click on, and it's like the latest search criteria that they pre-entered into that link. And then go ahead and send it out via email to the people. It's like, hey, thanks for showing your interest here. If you find any of these homes that you'd like to take a look at, or if you have any questions about some of these other properties that may or may not be on the market, then, you know, feel free to reach out. And then if you don't hear anything from them, then 2 or 3 days later you say, hey, just didn't hear from you, just checking in to make sure that you're getting our emails. And that's when a lot of times they'll reply, and they'll say, yeah, I'm getting them. It's like, awesome. So, you know, what do you like most about the 12 South area? Or what do you like most about Alpine? And just kind of strike up that conversation with them through email. And then it ultimately is leading to, well, cool, have you worked with a real estate agent? Have you gotten pre-approved with a mortgage officer? You know, we're a concierge service trying to help you with all of that. So, because most people aren't going to answer the phone. Some of them might, most of them won't. But what you're basically doing is, you know, you can go to a real estate agent that you know right now and say, hey, put together one of those links from the MLS. And Tanya or somebody may have a better word for it than what I'm saying, but like put together one of the search criteria from the MLS and shoot that link over to me. And those things update as far as I know. So like you just get that one link and you can always go back to it. So you could even have that, like, let's see, we can go over here to edit. Say Tanya gives me the link to homes in Highland Park. Give me a second here. So we could even go over here to form settings and show text, template, customize confirmation. So I'm going to send them an email after it comes through here. I could send this to them.
Right.
All right, and so you have this, and then down here I would actually go one more step and say, I am a terrible typer. I promise I can spell. My fingers have, what do you call it? Dyslexia. They always like want to type things in the opposite order. Not dyslexia, but yeah, I guess that'd be the closest thing. And so, okay. And so then I like to throw a little PS in here and then give them attachment of what they filled out just so that they have it right. So basically, they've got an autoresponder once you get that link from your agent. And the cool thing is, it could be branded to the agent. If you can get one that's not, that's cool too. But even if you do, you get one with the agent's picture and stuff on it, that's perfectly fine. And right here, you have thanks for showing up interest. It automatically spits that link out to them. It's going to have an email that comes, from your concierge looking service that explains all this, has the link for them. Now you have the ability to follow up with them in 2 days, just saying, hey, I want to make sure that you got our email with the link to all the latest listings and see if you had any questions,
Perfect. Okay.
Make sense now?
Yep.
Here, what we'll do here is, let me save this. I'll show you something real quick. Let me show you something. Well, shit, that's not what I wanted to do. There we go. So let's fill this out and I'll show you what it looks like real quick. What it should look like anyway. None of that shit's mandatory, so I'm not going to fill it out. So I can go and fix this, and since that's what it says, I can go over here to form settings and fix this, right? All right. Go back and do my corrections real quick. Y'all don't judge me, all right? Okay, so instead of it saying this, when I submit it, this is why you should go through your own funnel. I'm going to save it to say this. Let me go here. There you go. So now it says this. You're going to love living in HP. Be sure to check your email right now for details on the latest properties available. That's a little bit more enticing than thanks for filling out my form, Now let's go check my email. I'll show you what it should look like in there. So it sent me this reply email. Thanks for showing interest. So there's my link in there. There's a phone number they can hit me if it comes on their smartphone. So all that stuff that we just posted in there, it automatically spit out. So if you have that link already from an agent, if you're an agent and you have that link already, boom, there you have it. Make sense?
Yep.
And then your job from there is to follow up, but not necessarily as Marty, or not as Marty the loan officer, but as Marty with Hot Homes in Highland Park, that was just making sure they got their email, and if they had any questions or anything else, they really like to take care of the community, especially get to know the people that are moving in there.
Right. Okay.
All the things that make them warm and fuzzy. Anybody else got any questions this morning? Anybody?
Do you want to make my page look better?
Yeah. Who's that?
It's Tanya.
Yep.
Okay.
What's your page?
The neighborhood page I've been working on. Hold on.
It's a damn shame Chad ain't on here. I got okay, I'll look at it. I got a good connection from him.
Really?
There's a dude here, Tanya, that you would really like. His name is Brian Alden Norvell. I think is how you say his last name. He's got he's a pretty busy real estate agent here in Dallas, and he has a brokerage down there in Houston too. I think you would get along with him really well. You guys have a lot of the same humor.
There's so few of us. There's so few of us.
Yeah, he lives out in funny people live in the far out suburbs. They're always like, it's going to be the next Frisco. That's what they say. He lives like in a far out suburb from Dallas, but they have a brokerage down in Houston too, so he's down there a lot. But I think that him and Chad's kind of that way too. I think that.
No, he's not as bad as me. Like I have to watch my footing around Chad. I have to reel it in.
Reel it in. All right, very cool. Your stuff up here. Marty, that should have cleaned your stuff up drastically. So.
Yeah, I'm excited. Thanks.
Yeah, because you already had stuff coming. Send me another link. I think you sent me the wrong, or just give me the name of the page. I should be able to pull it up. Tanya.
I'm trying to type on your page. Hold on a second. Okay.
Here it is. I found it. Avalon and Seven Meadows.
Yeah.
Okay. I like your cover and stuff.
I just did that today, so.
Okay. Yeah, you just did that while we were on here. Okay, perfect. So, if you could pull up a link to this, that would probably be pretty cool too. So, like, people could register and stuff. But these are cool things that you have on here. Yoga class in the dining room. But instead of the dining room, maybe you put the clubhouse. Yeah, there you go, Seven Meadows Clubhouse, and then put like a link to it or something like that where they could register.
Mhm.
There you go. That's a good idea. You may take if you wanted to promote this, like to really join our community, you may take an image and do something with this, but that's cool. But I like the way that you have content going out here on a regular basis. That's cool that you supported you mentioned yourself on the side. That's really cool too. Tennis reservations. When you're uploading these, just so you know, you can upload pictures and stuff like that for that website. There's some pretty cool stuff you can do on these fan pages. I'll show you in a second.
Okay.
That's cool. So have you ran any ads to this thing?
No, I promoted the page, and then last week when I was trying to load all my, I think I have like 50 luxury contacts to add in there, and then it froze me, and that's when I got really irritated last week. And so I have to try and reformat whatever it is the way they like to receive it, and then put those contacts up in there.
So what I would do is right here, instead of having your real estate URL, I would actually put the URL of the clubhouse or something like that, so that they actually, you'll be able to see the people commenting on here and prospect them and all that stuff anyway. You might as well make it look as much, to where there's nobody trying to sell them something if they like this page.
Okay.
But the way that I would run an ad down here is I would type something like this. I'll write it on your wall and then
Okay.
do like a post example. So.
Avalon is like the super duper gated community in Seven Meadows. So, and there's many Avalons.
Gotcha. You can switch it up to like.
Okay. I just didn't know if there was anything you would write better. Because Seven Meadows has luxury, but Avalon is like good luck getting in there unless you have the secret handshake and key part of the community. So.
Just giving you an example here.
Mm-hmm.
What I would do is obviously copy this and then take it down, but I'm going to go ahead and post it to your wall here so that you can see. So running an ad like that and then going through that same process.
Mm-hmm.
And then as far as targeting, let's take a look at something here. What city is, it's not in Houston, is it in Katy?
Yeah, it's in Katy.
So you have 240,000 people. So you have, obviously, Houston's a hell of a lot bigger than wherever Alpine is, in Salt Lake City maybe or whatever. So you may knock this down to, let's see. So that takes me to 190,000 people at 120. But even there, we're talking combined like household income and shit. So at $150,000 and above, which is probably really what it takes to live in that neighborhood anyway, then you're sitting on 150,000 people. So you could roll $15 a day in ads, just targeting 50 miles of Katy with that too. So pretty simple.
And so, do you think I should just use one of the pictures from one of the homes I've sold?
Yeah.
In here? Okay.
Whatever your typical, Seven Meadows property looks like. Not one of the cheaper ones and not one of the super expensive ones. Just like one of the normal homes that you see in there. So.
Okay. Awesome sauce.
And then kind of whichever picture you use. On your Facebook page, use that picture on your Woofu here as well. So try to make them match.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's just easier that way when things seem to all like, okay, this is the same picture I just saw, so it must be the same thing, association. Here, I'll give you guys this. Cool. Anybody else? Or do you have any more questions, Tanya?
Not this second. That was like one of my major with that page is what to do with it, honestly.
I think it's a good idea because that's a big-ass community too, right?
Yeah.
Well, now we know that we're targeting people that make the money to live there, and the area is it's not too many people that we're targeting, so it should be pretty good. The one thing that I would do if I were you is, brainstorm with Chad pretty good on that too. You guys putting your heads together, maybe getting on a Google Hangout to just discuss this stuff, you know what I mean? And tweak your ads. Like he may run an ad one way, you may run an ad saying free technology, he may run an ad saying secret home list and see which one works better, you know what I mean? That kind of stuff.
Yeah, that'd be funny.
Yeah. You never know though, like the things that we test, man, sometimes just changing a couple of different words make all the difference in the world. So,
that was a malfunction. Okay, so I created an ad and it was in the full swing, and I don't know how to fix everything back there, but I targeted some crap I wished I hadn't, and I went to go back to see if I could remove it or whatever, and I couldn't. So that, are you like stuck with it, or do I need to learn something?
What do you mean?
Oh, I'm trying to think of what I did.
Oh.
Like, okay, it was something as simple as, you know, I targeted to both sexes, and then went, oh shit, I just want to do women and try how that works. And then when I went to do it, I couldn't get it to undo. So I ended up having to let it write it out because I didn't know what to do.
Well, I just turn it off and then follow the steps that we just went through and shit.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
Okay, that's what I shall do.
Easy enough.
Hey, Ryan.
Yes, what's up, Kenya?
Hey, how are you?
I'm good.
Okay, question. I just put my ad for North Park up last night, and I've already got one lead. Woohoo!
Awesome.
And I'm starting to get some comments as well. So my question is, like, because you were mentioning, you're showing the email that, the following up email that you were sending, like with a link for listings. I don't have that set up yet. So would I just follow up with a phone call, do you think?
So I would get with a real estate agent. Let me see what you got. Where's the ad? What's the name of the page?
North Park Real Estate Lowdown. Do you want me to send to you to Messenger, or
No, I got
can
it.
you got it? Okay.
So you're saying once they get this, what to do next?
Yes, like I got the guy fill out the form, so I just like, I don't know what to do next. You know, if I call him and if I mention that I'm the concierge, that we can help him to match him with a good real estate agent with the pre-qualification for the loan, but I just don't want to lose him.
Yeah, so first thing, just like they put on here their criteria, obviously. So just reach out to them and do the same thing you just said. Just say, hey, I'm the concierge here. You know, first of all, you're going to make it to where you seem like you're welcoming them to the neighborhood. First of all, you're going to love it in North Park. Listen, this Starbucks coffee on the corner here, this isn't your average Starbucks coffee. They charge 3 times where everybody else charges, and they don't let bums piss in the bathroom here. You're going to absolutely love it, right? The second thing is, see this minivan over here? It's been parked in the same spot for 20 years. It's the legend of the minivan down by the river, right? But only the locals know about it. So, but anyway, so it says right here that you're looking to move into the neighborhood in the next 90 days. Are you working with a real estate agent or a local bank to make sure that that can happen and your goals are achieved, right? That kind of stuff with them. Hey, do you know what electric company you're going to need? Or are you familiar with I mean, just even though you would think none of that shit matters, you just never know. They may call, their agent may piss them off on a Saturday and stand them up, and then they call back to you and go, man, Kenya was so nice, man. She helped me with all this. She said if I needed anything, she even told me what electric company's out here. And then, you know what I mean, you're the first person in their mind. And sometimes you catch them on the front end. They're like, no, we've been looking at homes, and then I saw this, and, you know, so, but don't be afraid to ask and say, hey, we're concierge. You know, if you're looking to move in the neighborhood, you're going to need to know the real estate agents that know the area, the banks that loan in the area. You're going to need to know, you know, what electric company, what phone company, all that stuff to use. And so that's what we're here for. You know, what kind of, you says you're looking to move in 90 days. Have you got all that stuff in order? 90 days comes pretty quick in the real estate world.
Okay, so do you recommend me to do that in every single one, or just like it's better if I get to with the real estate agent and get that link with listings so we can do exactly what you just showed, send them an initial email?
It's going to be a lot easier to just do what I showed you to do with the link that's in their email. But at the same time, a couple of days later, you're going to need to follow up with them and ask those questions anyway. You know, hey, we just want to make sure that you got the link in the email, and we want to make sure that if you're looking to move into this area in the next 90 days, that you have everything you need. You know, you may even have a reply. The smart thing to do would be to have a reply email already set up that, you know, that goes out 2 or 3 days later, that says, you know, hey, here's a list of the AT&T, Verizon, blah, 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 like all the shit that they need in that area. Tanya, this would be huge for you because you might sell ACN shit on the background just by sending this little link out with all the links to get stuff from your accounts, you know. But that something that automatically goes out, whether you followed up with them or not. Hey, we haven't heard back from you yet, but since you mentioned that you were moving to the area within the next 90 days. Here's a list of the utility companies that you can trust and use to move into this area. Here's all, and then maybe throw your name in there as the preferred banker. Tanya, throw your name in there as the preferred real estate agent. And again, it's coming from North Park Real Estate. So it has like a list: Verizon, AT&T. You know, you want to use the TMZ Movie Channel Network. Then you have a couple other things: XYZ, ABC Electricity, XYZ Gas and oil, or whatever the hell it is out there. And then all of a sudden you have you know, preferred real estate agent, and you might have two. You know what I mean? You and your partner, or you just have one. Preferred banker, Kenya with XYZ brokerage, Tanya with XYZ Realty. You know, preferred concierge service, obviously North Park Real Estate. So
yeah, that's cool.
Yep. So that way, and like I said, especially for you, Tanya, that's a way for you to maybe make a couple utility sales anyway. But at the same time, you're sending them, again, if something goes wrong, they're going to think of you. Well, you know what? Our deal didn't get accepted. This is the second deal that we've tried to get over here in North Park that our agents dropped the ball on. You know, this hot deals and real estate lowdown in North Park. I'm going to hit this Kenya lady up that was on our email, or I'm going to go see what that email had as far as real estate agents, and then, you know, hit you up or whatever the case may be. We haven't heard back from our loan guy yet. We need to get this thing moving. I'm going to hit her up. So whatever the case, it's just, you know, again, we're giving and giving and giving to these people. That way, if something goes wrong or if we catch them beforehand, either way, we got the ability to, you know, probably get business from them.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
Yep. Anybody else? You may be muted if you're trying to say something. It happens a lot. I've been on the mastermind calls with the tribe for years now, and they're still the same people. I think TJ was muted out today or on Monday, and he's like client number 3. So it happens. If not, we got all done. Then I'm going to go back to Breakthrough Academy. Oh, go ahead. What you got?
Is there an easier way to put that red border around, you know, the photos in the ads rather than using like Photoshop or something like that? Is there like a simple way?
I use Diptych, but you can go. So like, let's do this. I use this little program called Snagit, where I can take screenshots of stuff.
Right.
Hang on a second here. Oops. All right, hold on. Show you real quick. And I learned this from somebody just the other day, as a matter of fact. So I take a screenshot here. There it is. Can you see that? No, you cannot. Hold on one second. Let me share the right screen with you. So this is a program, if you have a Mac, called Snagit. And so what I can do here inside of Snagit is, with the cut tool, I can take and cut this picture out, right? So this is just me taking a picture of the screenshot.
Yeah, they have snippet on PCs.
Yeah, same difference probably. And then from here, I can go over and I can take this bucket of paint. Where's it at? There, this border. And I can change the color to whatever I want, to red. I go right here and then just drag this border around it to fit. I can make the line a little bigger, right? So that I can fit it in there a little better. And then I just save that, and then that's probably that way, or doing it through the Diptych way are probably the fastest ways. Diptych is an app you can do on your phone.
Okay.
Right. So that's how I do this anyway, or if I'm putting a post up from my phone. One of the things that I'll show you guys real quick, but you see that gets the job done pretty good there. So one of the things I will show you though.
I cannot see your screen. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong here, but it's all black.
Is my screen not showing up for any of you guys?
I see it.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't see it. I don't know why.
I see it. I think you just need to click on Ryan's name.
Oh yeah, click on my screen at the
I
follow.
am. I am on your screen, but it's still not showing.
Huh? Yeah, because I'm watching the Hangout and I can
Yeah,
see
yours
it.
is like all black for me.
Oh, see, there you go. Pick monkey will work too. Thanks, Tony. I forget you're on here because you just have a little blue icon. Everybody else, I can see their smiling face. Except for Michelle, she's rolling live. Everybody else has like their little icons up, but Tony, he just has the blue man little symbol going on. Before that, what were you going to say right before that? There was one last thing. We were talking about the borders, and then there was something. Oh, I was going to show you. This was a really good idea that Adam shared with us today, too. Let me pull it up over here. Caesar did it on his. See how Caesar has 3 pictures? Adam Stark says that this works really well for him, too. See, it still has the red border, everybody, but it's got 3 different pictures, the outside of the house, one of the bathrooms, and then the view in this case. So that's something to consider as well. Adam said that's what he does. Obviously,
how does he do that? How does he get 3 on one?
You can use Photo Grid, or I bet that thing that Tony said, pick monkey. If I was going to do it,
okay.
yeah, you can use like the on your phone. There's something called Photo Grid, and you can do it that way.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep. And then, so yeah, so let me show you. This is what he said was working good for him. It may be a couple days back before he's posted anything, though, because he's been here. See how he'll put, you know, different words over the deal, too. That works instead of red borders. But I'm trying to find one of the houses that he has. That's another. See, he has the border and the words on it. But notice the words are really small, right? Because Facebook doesn't like when you have more than 10% of the picture as words. So. Well, I can't seem to find any on his page. I don't want to scroll this page for hours. But you get what I'm saying anyway. So. All right, cool. Well, I'm going to go back to helping the Break Free Academy folks. If you guys have any questions, just hit me up or whatever. And have a great rest of the week.
Thank you.
Thank you.